Gazzolo, Heath Schroyer, the man of a million places, a million faces. You'll see it later on in the show. Special Poke Nation. Got requests from fans.
It's going to be fun.
To retour the building. And we've done that. With JJ Massey, you'll see that in the next 2 segments. For now, anything new? Anybody saying, anybody going, any league changes?
Well, we'll
Anything
see.
For us?
Obviously, Incarnate Word, we're coming down to
Decision time.
That's right. We're coming down to decision time. I think within the next week we'll find out if they're actually going to stay or go. And
could they play football in your league next year? Because
football in our league?
Yeah,
they could. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they have not officially left yet. Now they were not at the league meetings, spring meetings. Lamar was represented though. But Incarnate Word was not, so it's
kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
But it would be ideal. Through my grapevine, I'm hearing they're staying. I've said that from day one. I repeat it. I don't see them leaving unless they just do something completely stupid.
Well, look,
my take.
In reality, I think that Lamar saw it. I think Incarnate Word is now seeing it. We were just fortunate enough that I saw it earlier, right? We saw it earlier because, look, when Sam Houston and New Mexico State left, the divisions now are non-existent.
And also the real factor is the path to FBS.
100%. There's no path to FBS. In reality, there's still one big basketball league. So it really does economically make no sense. And the other thing is, I was in the WAC back in 1997 as an assistant coach, 97 through 2000 with BYU, and the WAC went from Hawaii to Tulsa and SMU.
Yeah.
It just can't survive. When you have multiple time zones within a league, I just don't think it can survive. Unless there's divisions or
unless you're super big and they're super powerful and they're just TV games.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
if it's Power 5, yes.
Then you've got a chance. All right. So we go through all of this.
Yeah.
Incarnate Word makes their final decision. Does that really change anything McNeese does?
No, I don't think so. Not at all. I mean, I think the biggest thing for us is, like I've said, for the next 3 to 5 years is our time. I think that
you pump that up a lot. What do you see in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, look, I mean, I think our facilities are getting rebuilt.
Right.
I think the town is coming back, and let's be honest here. I mean, the 4 sports that we charge admissions for, we host tournaments. I mean, I expect, and the coaches I've hired, in the head coaches meetings, I say it. I expect us to be in the top 3 of this league in all of our sports. And the ones that we host, we got to win. Like we got to be, playing for championships.
You got to play in championship games.
We didn't just go and host all these tournaments to not take advantage of it.
Talking to Chris Grant last week, one of the things he said was there's still talk with the WAC, still talk with the ASUN about future and what it's going to look like to be FCS and growing into conferences, into like super conference like the Missouri Valley did with just a football conference. Are you for that?
I think
or
right
do you
now.
want to see what it is?
Yeah, I'm like Chris. I think that you have to leave everything on the table. I mean, college athletics is a very, very fluid situation, and I think that you can't just put a hard no to anything at this point. I think you have to be open and to see what could benefit the league and what can benefit each institution, because it's a very, very fluid situation. I think it's going to be fluid here for the next couple of years.
Well, it's an interesting time, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Lots of things going on. Last week, basically, football started up for the summer. You got a quarterback. You got some interest there. Does having 16 kids from the porthole, do you like that as an AD, or is it just you have to have that now?
Do I love it? No. I mean, I'm a former coach. I don't love the portal, but the portal's here to stay. You're not going to get the toothpaste back in the tube. So you either have to adapt or you die. And I think that our coaches are adapting. I think that Gary has adapted. The nice thing about Coach Goff, though, he just doesn't use the portal and just take anybody. He really, really does.
Yeah, he says he does his vetting.
He does a lot of vetting on them, and hey, there's a lot of times there's situations where kids just didn't get to play because they were behind somebody or what have you. It doesn't make them a bad kid, but there are some challenging kids in the portal for sure, and I'm glad that we didn't go that route.
He's getting a lot of kids with more than 1 year. And that's
No
kind of
question. That's a big
When
deal.
we come back on Polk Nation, we'll get a tour of this building after this. This week on Polk Nation, in our middle segment, we're going to do a little differently. We're going to answer some questions, some fans who wanted to know, what does the new Legacy Center look like after the renovations? So, with JJ Massey, point guard, helping me out, we're going to ask him some questions, and we're going to take you on a little tour. First of all, we're starting on the suite deck. You ever get up here?
Yes, sir. I come up here, sometimes before practice, just to meditate or just
So
see.
you guys actually use this place as meditation?
Sometimes, like Coach Aiken said, it's pretty quiet up here. So you can see the whole arena from up here. So you just get in good headspace before practice.
All right, let's just go into one here. We'll take the first suite. Larry Thomas suite, suite 1. All right, now, little to you guys' knowledge,
Yes.
I have come up here during practice and written
Really?
and watched, yes.
See? Because it's a quiet space, right?
And you guys don't know I'm here. There are seats in front. They get food, beverages. Not a bad. Is there a better arena in this league?
Oh, no. For sure not. The Legacy Center is the best arena in this league.
I wanted to ask you guys this because you never played in here before it got damaged.
No.
What was it like to get back in here, and what did you hear about it?
That whole last year's whole off season, like around this time, we were just itching and scratching to get back in here. So we were practicing in the rec, actually. Yeah. So that was hard. Practicing in the rec, practicing at Burton. But as soon as we got back in here, it's like we had life. Like the energy was different. It just felt good. It just felt great
First game against Houston Baptist.
in here.
You win it on a last-second shot.
Zach Scott.
The crowd rushes the floor.
Yep.
What was that feeling?
Man, that was just protect the legacy. We couldn't lose our first game back in the arena, so at all costs, we had to get that done.
What's the difference this year with this group of guys compared to last year?
Ooh, the difference between this group and last year, I would say we have more like basketball-minded players, like people that actually want to like do something after college and want to play professionally, and more workers, I would say. We have a good group this year.
So what do you think? Do you look pretty good from this angle?
Looks great.
All right, we're going to go to the third floor next. Here we are on the third floor.
Yep.
I don't know a lot that goes on here. People seem to mingle here. People seem to eat over here during the games. But I don't really know what goes on here that much. There are concessions here. But it seems like it's a standing room only area.
Yeah. You normally see people standing, like especially that first game versus HBU back.
Yeah.
It was people standing all over the thing. But this is what I say, we always do our team dinner here before the game.
Okay.
We do it right in this
So you do it
area.
upstairs, not down in the Cluckley room.
Yes, sir. We do it right here.
And I believe this is a lot of Sweets people come down here. And a lot of people that are part of Cowboy Club eat before the game after you guys do.
Yes, sir.
And then they're able to get to their seats pretty easy from here.
Yep.
And when it's full, because you guys had 2 or 3 games where it was full last year.
Yes, sir.
What was that like, but especially to have the students here?
Ooh, like you said, after the buzzer beater, like everybody rushed the court. It was amazing. It was an amazing atmosphere. Everybody was lit the whole game. the student section. I think that was a whiteout game. So
That was the whiteout game.
Everybody
it was
had on
also,
white.
and then you got a game the next time against New Orleans. It was on ESPN proper. Mm-hmm. So you guys got a lot of attention in here.
Yes, sir.
Different than Burton?
Way different than Burton. Burton is just so big. Like, this is big, but it's a
intimate.
good big.
It's
so
intimate.
Everybody, you can see everybody. Burton
And you played one game at the rec center.
one game at the rec center.
And what was that like?
I mean, I think it was for a purpose, so it was a cool environment. I mean, everybody was there. It wasn't nothing compared to Legacy, though.
Just so you remember, when you asked your coach, I was the one that came up with the idea of playing at the rec center.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it
I
did
thought
have
I thought it
purpose.
was a way to get your game in, not affect here because everybody wanted to play here, but you had that special day planned out.
Yes, sir.
But when you see people up here, and when you see this kind of energy, what does that bring to the team?
It's just like, when you see people up here cheering for you, standing over, like having attention on the game, it just makes you want to win even more. Because it's always for a bigger purpose. It's not always just about us.
All right, we're going to go on to the second level after this. Okay, now we're on the second floor with J.J. Massey, and down the hallway is the classrooms.
Yep.
You don't have any classes down there?
No, sir. Those are the human performances classes.
All right. Now we're going to go into the principal's office. Like I said. All right, this is the basketball offices to the left.
Open the door to the suite.
To the left is the Cowgirls. To the right is the McNeese men.
So we're going to go to the right, to the right, to the right. And then see McNeese basketball.
Now, do you guys ever come up here and just sit? Or is that a locker room thing?
No, we come up here all the time. So we actually mess with our coaches. We got a great relationship with our coaches. So of course,
Mess with our coaches.
we come up here a
We're
lot.
going. See all the past moments?
Yeah.
Back when the Rockets were here?
Whenever we run out of like juice and body armor and Gatorades and stuff like that, we got the fridge right there. And
That's what kids want.
and right here, we got study hall sometimes up in here.
Oh, so you guys have your own study hall?
Yes, sir. Got our own study hall. Then there's just some free storage area.
Gotta show the world this. Can't live without Mr. Media.
Coach's office. Is Coach Shingles in here? Coach Shingles, our new assistant coach. Cool dude. Then that's Coach Gray's office, Coach Mike's office, Coach Rob's office.
And then there's the big office.
And then here's the man with the plans office. You see, he has a view of everything.
Yes, he does.
He can see the practice court without even being on the practice court.
Yeah, and let's see it through here. This is your conference room.
Yes, sir.
There are kids down there, so we can't really shoot them, but that's the practice court.
Yes.
So,
And we come in here, I'm pretty sure coaches always have meetings in here. We come in here for meetings sometimes too.
so now we'll go over to the Kleckler room.
Gotta go to the Cleckley.
This is the Kleckler room. This is where all the big money comes. And is the studio of Polk Nation, just in case anybody wants to know. You guys don't get up here much.
No, sir, we don't.
They don't even let you eat your pregame meal here? You have to go upstairs?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like on our meetings on Sundays, we come up here and eat and we watch the finals. But besides that, not really.
And there are some people that sit up here and watch the game from here. It's not a bad view.
Yeah, it's a great view actually.
Yeah.
Bottom of the baseline, you can see everything. Yeah, it's a great view.
I don't like it. I've been in here a couple times. I don't like it because there's not much crowd noise in here.
Yeah, you
as
can't
much.
really hear.
And that's the second floor.
Yep.
All right, so this is new with the addition and the changes. This is where the athletic offices from across the street are now at. So, do you get down here much?
I don't come down here at all. Not Not this area.
This is a scary area. And down the hallway here, we won't go down there, but down the hallway here are all the, what would be known as, I guess, the inner circle of Mr. Media. So we'll try to have him explain what goes on down here because it's his show. All right, now we're going to go to the locker room.
Locker room.
Down the hallway here, if you want to take a quick look, that's the new weight room that isn't completed yet.
Yep.
It's also the training facility.
Great training facility.
You're not supposed to spend too much time in there, though. And now we're walking into what will be the locker room. Watch yourself on the left. Now, this is where you guys come out.
Yeah, this is our entrance area.
So this is the last thing you see before the crowd.
Yes.
So what happens in here?
Oh, we really just get hyped, stretch, get loose, start talking to each other, like clapping it up, just getting ready.
Can you hear the crowd if it's a big crowd from here?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially sometimes the girls' games be close right before we play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear.
Do you like a close girls game to get the crowd hyped?
Yeah,
All right.
we like a close girls' game.
Women's locker room is that way.
And
Volleyball locker room is that way.
Yeah.
This is the volleyball arena, which is also your practice facility. And here's the locker room.
Yep.
Make sure nobody's in there with no clothes on.
Let's see.
So this is your lounge area.
Yes.
How much you guys spend time in here?
We come in here a lot, like right before practice or right before a game, just chill.
What are your expectations for this year?
We got championship expectations. We're trying to win a ship and go to the tournament.
How important is it to have a tournament here?
Now that's a big deal. That's just like another home game, really. So I feel like we have no choice but to win the championship.
JJ Massey, thank you for your time. Thank you for the tour. We appreciate it on Polk Nation.
Go Pokes.
Thank JJ Massey for that interesting look. And
Great kid,
I know
huh?
you love this building.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I mean, this is the house that Heath built, we would say.
No.
But now it's the house that Heath had to rebuild. But what are the differences that you like about this from before? Obviously, we've talked about the weight room in the past, having the weight room here. We didn't get a good look at it because it wasn't open fully
Right.
yet, but we will look at it later on.
Yeah, the Mallet Training Center, obviously, after Lee Mallet, he's the one that I was able to get to sponsor and be able to put the weight room together. And he wanted to name the weight room after him, which I'm really proud to do. That's going to be really special. I knew that we needed additional weight room, especially for volleyball, women's basketball, and men's basketball here. We actually moved our administrative offices into
Yeah, we
this
looked
building.
at those.
I just think the
Scared your secretary a little bit.
I think the biggest thing, Jim, is this is the nicest building on campus by a lot, and one of the nicest buildings in this community. We need to take advantage of it. Meaning, like meetings with donors need to be in this building if it's going to be on campus.
Yeah.
I love the layout. I think it's the perfect size venue. There's a waiting list for suites. There's a waiting list for tickets. I mean, it's just the practice facility. I mean, the locker rooms, all of it. It's first class. Not saying that there's not going to continue to be improvements made in the locker rooms and those things. I think you have to always do that. But this is a first class building, and I'm excited to host the tournaments here for sure.
We talked to him a lot, JJ, about the feel of the building. Mm-hmm. Especially when the kids were here, especially during the whiteout and the big shot by Zach Scott and that. But in order to really get to where you want to get, you have to have student participation, don't you?
For sure, you do, 100%. I'm working on that right now. I mean, with our marketing team, we're starting to really think about those things. Just obviously not just football, but we got to get the students in here. We got to fill this building up. Now, we got to be better. Truth be told, I thought Lynn's done a nice job and showed great improvement. I expect him to be better, but men's basketball, we have to be better. There's no mistaking. Period. We have to be better. People deserve a winner here. and they need to have a winner. And we wasn't too long ago we were selling out the building, and we need to get back to doing that,
And with that in mind, a lot of new faces in basketball are on campus.
which is probably good.
Yeah. Same thing though with the portal and the vetting. Was extra vetting done for this group?
100%. That was one thing that Coach Aiken and I spent a lot of time together after the season of recapping. That is one of the things that we both felt like needed to get done. When you don't have a facility and you're still coming off of COVID, and you're not able to go into these kids' homes and bring them on campus to really get to know them. I think it was really hard, and I think there was obviously some mistakes made, but from both ends. I mean, it's not just the coach; it's players and coaches, and it's not just the players. And I think that some of them just didn't fit. But I think that the feel of this team, I'm really excited about. I think that we've upgraded our talent. And the kids that aren't in the program, I wish them all the best because there are really good kids, and it just didn't work out. But I think we have to be better. For
Got to
sure.
get the right kids, not the best kids.
And I think this too. I think when you put a team together, you're putting a puzzle together,
Yeah.
and all the pieces have to fit. And I think that this team this year, I think will be better. And you have to remember too, when you don't have a facility,
Yeah.
it was hard. It was one of the worst and hardest basketball jobs in the country last year. Now, flip it, it's one of the best basketball jobs in the country because
And
we get the host.
I'm going to ask you this because I wrote this last week. There is more talent, I think, on this campus athletically than has ever been.
I think so too.
Overall talent, not just
could
one sport, not just one thing. You have 2 FBS quarterbacks on campus competing for a job with 3 years of eligibility left. That's never happened at McNeese.
Right. Well, it's all about people. And when you hire the right people, which I think we have, a great coaching staff, good things happen. It's all about who you surround yourself with, and I love our coaches, and they believe they want to be here. And like you said, they're not part of the storm. They don't know that. It's full steam ahead.
And it's their program. It's not just the next job.
Exactly right.
We'll see you next time on Poke Nation.